is Kelley, and this is the Ducati Tech CA Cycleworks Hyper gas tank install video. This is actually going to try to do a good job instead of the last one where I just rushed it. We laid out the parts, same as always. We've got the battery cable, some screws, some cable ties, a couple breather filters, a couple real filters, and then my tools. I've got my magic jumper wire and some Allen heads. The new Hypermotard 796 has the Siemens ECU instead of the Weber Morelli unit previously, and it has slightly different battery hold down technology, so this video will be somewhat current. You get the bolt out and you pull back, and it pulls the slots off of the posts that are on either side of the fuel tank. These use 3mm Allen. These are 3 too, yes. Oh yeah, this has got the toolkit in it. Yay, toolkit. Now we need 4mm Allen drive. Now the issue of the wiring harness being in the way isn't such an issue. Here's the new Siemens ECU. Well, it only has one of these big crazy connectors instead of two. Good times, simplicity. You can see the numbers 1 and 2 on the connector. And then we peel back the insulation a little bit, and you can see the red and black wires. Based on the history of, based on my exposure to previous Ducatis, I just assumed red and black were the fuel pump wires. And I was right. So the 4 connector plug there, or 4 conductor plug, is going to have plus minus on the fuel pump and plus minus on the fuel level sending unit, the fuel light. Let's see, so the second one over is negative. Ducati did change this. They used to have bolts on here, and now they have studs with nuts, so that instead of a bolt, you remove the entire stud. I'm going to put a wrench on here and then actually loosen the nut off, and then when we go to put this all back together, we thread this in kind of tight first, and then we put the nut back on. The one that says out is this one. You push in on those 2 tabs, you wiggle it, and it comes out. I had a nice gentle gasoline bath on my fingers. Open up our tank. All right. Alright, let's see if we can fire up our apparatus. Hey, it'll spark. Maybe it'll ignite my gas. There we go. We have the fuel pump running and we're draining the tank. So we're going to undo, wow, we should probably undo all of these 600,000 zip ties. Disconnect the O2 sensor, because he's going to stay here. If you remove the negative side first, you minimize the risk of touching the positive to something metal, which is just general good practice. However, if you're just careful, it doesn't really matter, because who's going to intentionally short positive to ground? Plus, back here there isn't a lot of metal near the positive, so it's not quite a big deal. This is new for 2009 and up, 1100 Evo and 796s. And they're using probably really hard screws so that they can put some torque on them and not strip out the head of the bolt. That was tight. Sometimes this screw just simply turns because the insert in the gas tank gets ruined. So if that happens, you just have to kind of pull the whole thing up forcefully through the rubber.